This week on JambarTV, we'll discuss student safety on campus. Next, we'll dig into the history of the YSU Rock. Then, we'll talk about the end of the men and women's basketball seasons.
Hello and happy St. Patty's Day. Welcome to JambarTV. I'm Caitlin McCarthy.
And I'm Molly Burke.
As mass shootings happen more often in the U.S., concerns for safety are rising. Jambar reporter Scott Chittock asked YSU students how they feel about increasing gun violence.
Over 100 mass shootings have already occurred in 2023. One of these shootings was at a university, and YSU students have been left with mixed feelings about their safety. Freshman Logan Kaminsky is confident about his safety.
I love to walk around this campus. I think it's a gorgeous campus, and there's not one instance where I've felt unsafe.
Other students, like senior nursing major Corinne Teaberry, feel safe but aren't aware of the plans in place on how YSU would respond to an active shooter.
I don't feel unsafe, but I don't know how we would handle a situation like that either.
Junior psychology major Santasia Douglas said she feels safe, but proposed changes that would make campus feel safer.
There could always be more improvements around here. I feel like definitely would feel better with more professional adult security.
Senior chemical engineering major Nathaniel Warren also had ideas for increasing safety.
I think communication, like posting of when the hours are for certain buildings, that would help a lot.
Warren also said having campus open later to ensure students had more secure places to study would be helpful. YSU PD offers active shooter safety training for campus groups. To set up training, contact Chief of Police Sean Varso at svvarso@ysu.edu or call at 330-941-3525. For JambarTV, I'm Scott Chittock.
The Office of Dean of Students offers a variety of resources for students, including those in the LGBTQ community. The office can help with housing, financial aid, and counseling for those who have been discriminated against because of their identity.
Some of the things that we focus on are really, issues where a student is struggling because of the identity. It might be that they came out to their family and they're not being accepted, and now they don't have a place to live. So we are going to be here to assist with, that process.
The office also offers aid to students in difficult situations through the LGBTQ+ Emergency Fund. Students can visit the Office of Dean of Students website for more information.
The Penguin Pantry, which offers free food and pantry items to the YSU community, reopened March 1st to its new location on the first floor in Cushwa Hall. The Office of the Dean of Students took over the pantry from Student Government Association to help relieve the workload in students' busy lives. The new location offers easier and more open access for students to get pantry items that they need.
In Kokali Center, it kind of was like back in a corner, so moving it down here, it's more right in the first floor of Cushwa Hall, so that way students can kind of come in, they can see what we have. It's a little more open so we can get more traffic.
The pantry also expanded by adding a refrigerator, freezer, and business attire. The pantry is open Monday through Wednesday and on Fridays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Have you ever wondered why there are so many advertisements in the basketball court in Beagley Center? These ads are from YSU corporate sponsors. The athletic department brings in over $1 million each year through these sponsors to fund YSU sport teams.
So they're really local business owners that want to support our student athletes, want to support our university. We're fortunate because we can provide so many different avenues for a return on investment for them.
YSU has a wide variety of corporate partners like Tom Duma Fine Jewelers and Belleria Pizza and Italian Restaurant. You can see these businesses' promotions at YSU basketball games, whether it's catching a Tom Duma mini basketball in the stands or competing in the Belleria Pizza box game during a timeout.
TEDx Youngstown was held on March 10th at the Spotlight Theater in Bliss Hall. The theme was Life Happens. Jambar reporter Natalie Lasky has more on the event.
TEDx Youngstown brought 17 speakers from various backgrounds to help individuals take a step towards success.
Chris Kent, a Jeet Kune Do instructor, spoke about his time with Bruce Lee and Dan Inosanto.
15 feet with a kick or for an inch with a punch. But the more that I trained, the more I started seeing that it had this phenomenal underlying philosophical foundation.
Judge Molly Johnson gave her talk on taking advantage of being underestimated. She says balance is just an illusion.
I think balance is an illusion. The way that I look at this is that all of us are trying to hold a number of spinning plates at any one particular time. And for me, the immediate problem always has to get the most attention.
Leah Tikak attended the event and said she was impressed by the message she took from the Villiers Houtus talk.
So I think my favorite, work-related one was probably the one that just happened, actually, which was the CEO for a day, and really just talking about how it's so important to empower employees to be decision makers and to really have an active role in the organization. And so that's something that I really want to take moving forward and even take to our leadership team and all that kind of stuff.
The event included a lunch buffet at the MVR restaurant.
For JambarTV, this is Natalie Lasky reporting.
YSU encourages and looks for roles in the athletic department to be led by women. Some of the female coaches in action are in women's lacrosse and women's volleyball. Eleni Scott, the women's volleyball head coach, says she feels supported by YSU.
You know, I have felt very supported here. It's been a good 5 years, and I have felt like every year I have a lot of people behind the scenes that help me grow and help the kids grow, and it's been a nice tenure.
Rebecca Fink, Senior Administrator and Senior Associate Athletic Director, said the athletic department has been working toward incorporating more female coaches and women in administrative positions.
YSU's employee wellness program, Living Well, offers guidance with finance, mental health exercise, and more to benefit eligible employees. Participants can access online learning modules, health assessments, and fun challenges. Learning and Development Administrator Carrie Clyde said being involved in the program allows employees to win cash prizes.
What we do is we incent them points, so they earn points all throughout the year within our Living Well incentive campaign. And at the end of the year, in November, it closes out, they can earn a monetary incentive. And we have, right now we have, it's $100 is the base level, up to $250.
For those interested in Living Well, head to the Living Well Employee Wellness portal on its website.
Jazz is making a resurgence in the Mahoning Valley as two musicians have created a new form of jazz called Mumble Jazz, which has led to its own creative partnerships. Jambar contributor John Ostapowitz has more.
Since 2019, Unc D and Thin Thicket have recorded over 700 minutes of music together on Spotify and have 32 songs on Spotify editorial playlist since 2019. Dante Batista and Danny Svensson, professionally known as Unc D and Thin Thicket, has worked with numerous musicians to create new genres and captivating sounds. The partnership led to the creation of a new style of music called Mumble Jazz, a mixture of auto-tune hip-hop mixed with jazz influences. Batista and Svensson formed Unc D in 2019 after meeting for a jam session at Susie Dogs and Drafts.
You know, we played a lot together back then, but didn't necessarily work creatively together. We just weren't in any scenarios where we were like writing stuff or working on stuff like that. It was just playing together.
The duo started working on new music with Svensson serving as co-producer alongside Batista. The partnership catapulted a new wave of music that has taken the genre of jazz to new heights. The formation of Unc D led to the creation of Mumble Jazz.
So I bought an auto-tune pedal, and then before the auto-tune even arrived, the term Mumble Jazz popped in my head.
The pair releases new music every Friday and has 2 new albums in the works. They will release Mumble Jazz Speaking in Tongues on May 5th, and on June 2nd they will release Funkstown. The duo will be back in the Mahoning Valley on May 13th at the Modern Methods Brewing Company in Warren, Ohio. For JambarTV, I'm John Ostapowitz.
YSU alum and local artist Ronald Jason Van Hoos currently has his artwork displayed in the President's Gallery of Todd Hall for an art show. Van Hoos said he was excited to participate in the show and how it feels to come back and work with the university as an alumni.
I was very excited about doing a show on campus in the President's Gallery because it is a prestigious gallery, and I love YSU so much. I'm an alumni, and this is a gallery that is for YSU alumni. So it was a great honor. I was excited about it, and I got to work right away, making frames, finishing paintings.
While Van Hoos is excited to have his work be a part of YSU, the President's Gallery is not open to the public. Van Hoos said he does not mind the show being private.
Pleased to hear that. I do a lot of shows that involve hundreds of people coming through, a lot of public interaction, which can be very difficult and stressful. It's nice just to have the artwork up on the walls without the added stress or of dealing with the public.
Van Hoos says the painting will be displayed until June. For more information about Van Hoos and his artwork, visit his website. Well, it finally seems to be warming up this March.
I know. We've been having a pretty cold week, though. Scott, how is it going to be for the holiday weekend?
This St. Patty weekend, the weather isn't ideal with chill temps, chance for showers, and plenty of clouds. You'll want to stick around after the break because I'll be back with a more detailed report.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and JambarTV. YSU's communication department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
Hey kid, you want to try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Hello and welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Scott Chiddock and this is your weekly weather forecast. Let's jump right into this weekend's radar. Today the chance for rain is 79% and we'll see showers throughout the day and consistent cloud coverage. The wind speeds will reach 25 miles per hour by tonight. The chance for rain increases to 89% and we'll see snow showers throughout the night. Saturday, the chance for rain drops to just 25%, but those clouds and wind speeds will stick around. Saturday night, the chance for rain increases to 55% and we might see a small amount of snow. Sunday, the chance for rain drops to 13%, but it'll be windy and cloudy all day. Sunday night, that chance for rain remains low and those clouds and high wind speeds will leave the valley. Now let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. St. Patty's will be our warmest day of the week, with the high reaching 52, then dropping below freezing at night. Saturday, the high will reach 37 and the low will be 23. Sunday will be our coldest day of the weekend, with the high of 34, and by the night, the temp is expected to drop to 20 degrees. Monday, we'll start to see some warmer weather, and the high will reach 47. However, the low will drop below freezing. That's it for this week's weather forecast, but you'll want to stick around because Guy Tepsick will be in the studio with the latest student life.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud. You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Guy Tepsick. The YSU Rock has been on campus for over 50 years, but many folks aren't aware of its history. Jambar reporter Reagan Hilton digs into the story.
The Rock is often painted by individuals to reflect or advertise organizations or social causes. Lisa Garfoli, Records and Archives Management Specialist, said the rock was found right on YSU's campus.
The rock was actually found during the excavation of Kilcawley Center about 1966. And it was left on campus as a request from Student Council and Paul Gregory to be a student class gift to the campus university.
The rock was painted a year later after Ben Hayek, Jambar's managing editor at the time, wrote an editorial on the lack of tradition surrounding the rock.
The painting of the rock came to be through a Jambar article by Ben Hayek. And basically what he said was, this is a tradition rock that was given by the student class, and for it being a tradition rock, there's no tradition to it. So he believed that the student body had cheated the rock by not doing anything to it. And as soon as that editorial was written, students started painting the rock.
Organizations still paint the rock today. Raven Gurel, a junior anthropology major, explains YSUnity's experience painting the rock.
My club and organization uses the rock a lot to just promote awareness, to tell about events, to make people feel comfortable and welcome on campus. We use the rock a lot for a lot of different things, for like National Coming Out Day, Trans Awareness Day, like a bunch of different days and stuff in the LGBTQ community.
As of now, the only protocol surrounding the rock is that you can only paint the rock itself, not the area surrounding it. Reporting for JambarTV, I'm Reagan Hilton.
The Youngstown FAMS hockey team does many outreach projects around Youngstown. One of the FAMS social media managers, Megan Heckert, described the process of getting a project approved.
Our outreach projects are kind of decided throughout the office. We reach out to a bunch of people in the community, see who wants to have us out there, and then we go and do the projects.
FAMS players get to volunteer for these outreach projects. Players of the FAMS team visited campus on Valentine's Day to hand out Valentines to students. Multiple players have said they want to revisit YSU's campus to connect with more students. YSU students can purchase FAMS tickets at the Cavelli Center box office. For more information on the Youngstown FAMS, visit their website. The Autism social media group began in the spring semester of 2022 as a way for students on the spectrum to socialize. The students have the freedom to conduct their meetings however they choose. Public health major Zach Gorell said it's nice to have a community that understands the struggles of autism.
It's just nice to be able to have a community, be able to talk about the struggles because no one else gets it. That's really the thing. It's like they're so hyper specific to having autism. It's hard to like have anyone else you relate to. Like, you know, I have a fiance and everything. I talk to her about my problems, but she does not understand my autistic problems that I have at all. And the community here really does.
The group usually spends their time hanging out, but they've also painted the rock for an activity. The group meets Mondays in the Jones Meeting Room in Kilcawley Center from 2 to 5 p.m. Registration is not required. The Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion works to make everyone feel accepted on campus. Its mission is to bring together and celebrate different cultural communities in the area. Susan Moore, Assistant Director for Multicultural and Outreach Services at DEI, said the office wants to bring together the different YSU and Youngstown communities and events.
Traditionally, Youngstown State has their events and then there are events in the community, but I really want to form a synergistic approach to both.
For more information about DEI's mission and upcoming events, visit the Office of DEI's website. You'd be smart to stick around as John Ostapowicz will be in the studio for sports.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud. You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex and I'm Y and proud.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm John Ostapowicz for your sports update of the week. The Youngstown State University men's basketball team secured a spot in the Barbasol Horizon League men's basketball championship semifinals for the first time since the 2016-2017 season. Youngstown State had an impressive showing here inside the Bigley Center on March 2nd, defeating Detroit Mercy 71-66, marking the last win of the 2022-23 season. The fans were loud and the Bigley Center was packed with over 5,000 watching the Penguins punch their ticket to the Horizon League Final Four. The Youngstown State offense was fueled by graduate student Adrian Nelson with 20 points, while senior Dwayne Cohill added 17 to the scoring total. Nelson has been to the Final Four in recent years and knew the pressure that is on the team.
But I just knew from experience, I know what it takes to get to the Final Four and win a championship. So I just had to make sure I picked up my level of play, and I knew everyone else would follow.
With the impressive win, the Penguins traveled to Indianapolis on March 5th, facing off against Northern Kentucky in the battle for the NCAA tournament bid. The men's basketball team came up short, losing to the Norse 63-75. The Penguins' scoring effort was led by Nelson with 17 points and 13 rebounds. After the game, head coach Jerron Calhoun was pleased with how far the team has come.
These guys, I said, you got nothing to be ashamed of. You know, you accomplished a lot, won a regular season title.
Despite the loss, Youngstown State earned an automatic bid to the National Invitational Tournament for the first time in program history by claiming their first regular season title. For JambarTV, I'm John Ostapowicz. The Youngstown State women's basketball season came to an end on March 6th as they were defeated in the Horizon League quarterfinals at home by Northern Kentucky University with a final score of 59-58. In Lily Ritz's final game, she recorded her 19th double-double with 17 points and a season-high 21 rebounds, setting a new Horizon League tournament record. With under 7 minutes on the clock, Northern Kentucky had a 14-point lead as Youngstown cut the lead down to 1 point with under a minute to go as Megan Callahan scored a layup with 8 seconds remaining to put the Penguins up by 1. Out of a timeout, Northern Kentucky's Lindsay Duval scored a layup to put the Norse back up by 1 and secured their victory. Magistro spoke after the game about the team's effort in the fourth quarter and not giving up.
Yeah, I think it definitely says a lot about us, as people and as players. We would do anything to win. So, it didn't happen today, but, we definitely can say we gave it our all.
The Penguins finished the 2022-23 season 19-11 overall and finished 4th in the Horizon League. Youngstown State is retaining the majority of its players for the next season. The spring sports season is in full effect at YSU with sports such as swim and dive, lacrosse, and tennis at the peak of competition. The swim and dive team just wrapped up the Horizon League championships where the team had 2 individual champions, Gavin Webb and Aleska Radenovic. Head coach Brad Smith said that it's great for the program at the CSCAA National Invitational from March 8th through 11th. The Penguins delivered impressive performances, including podium finishes from Webb and Radenovic. The YSU lacrosse team started out this season with a win at home against Butler University on February 12th. Since then, their first game, the Penguins have struggled, losing 5 straight matchups, dropping their record to 1-5 as Haley Kutalak, the previous assistant head coach, has assumed the role as head coach of the lacrosse team, taking over for Kendall Clarkson, who will no longer be working with the team. Kutalak will be the head coach for the remainder of the season, a decision made on March 15th as the lacrosse team returned to action against Gardner-Webb University at home on March 14th, where they took home the victory 21-18 as Natalie Calandra-Ryan, fresh off her first Player of the Week performance, led the Penguins with 7 goals and 5 assists. The lacrosse team will return to the field March 19th to face off against Canisius University and Buffalo, New York. The YSU men's tennis team traveled to Birmingham, Alabama to take on both the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers and the Sanford Bulldogs. The first match resulted in a 1-6 loss for the Penguins, although sophomore Clement Mainguy won a singles match for YSU against the Blazers. The second match also resulted in a loss for the Penguins and a 3-4 decision against Sanford. The women's tennis team made a road trip to California, taking on both Long Beach State University and California State University Northridge. The women shared a similar fate as the men, as both decisions were 2-5 losses for the Penguins. The women's tennis team will be in Pittsburgh on March 17th to take on the Duquesne University Dukes. You can keep up to date with all YSU spring sports at ysusports.com. Now let's toss things over to Scott for a quick weather recap.
While St. Patty's is our warmest day this weekend, it'll also be the rainiest, and then the rest of the weekend is looking chill. Remember to stay safe this weekend, Penguins.
Well, it is St. Patrick's Day this weekend, and they have a ton of things going on in Youngstown for this event. You guys doing anything?
I think I'm just going to go out to eat with my family, maybe at Frenchie's and see some bands. What about you, Guy?
Well, it's my mother's birthday this weekend, so we'll be going out to dinner for that. What about you, John?
I will be working most of the weekend, so that's always fun and intriguing to do.
Always.
Oh, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day. Thank you for watching.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.